this is life. This is about life. And life is everything. So there's nothing that isn't life. And the strange thing is that people have an idea that they are separate. They are separate from life as it is. And they are capable of doing things, have making their decisions, thinking that this is my life and that is your life, and maybe we have to fight about what's right, and because there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. It's most of the time it's about right and wrong. There seems to be a right and wrong, and it's completely forgotten, you could say, that life is everything. There's no my life, there's no your life, there's only life. And life is everything. Life is walking or doing things. And when people are capable of abstracting, like when they are young and the brains are capable of abstracting, there seems to be a world, there seems to be a street that you remember and you think it's really there. Everything seems to be real. Everything seems to be real and solid. When children are very young, nothing is real or solid. It's an amazing miracle and energy and playing about what is. And then suddenly there's a moment of their suddenly abstraction, and it seems like, oh, there's another person, my mother or father or somebody else, and I am here, and things are going that way, and it's embodied. That separation or that separated understanding or belief is embodied. So, and then on top of that, there seems to be a me. Me is the top of that whole survival system of trying to live your life and make your life work. And me is capable to do that. That's the main thing that's thought. Me is capable to do that. Me is capable with the thoughts and thinking about it and trying to do the right thing, knowing what's the right thing. And then a lot of things are about knowing. Knowing seems to be a lot of help to do the right thing, to know what's the best thing to do, to understand what's happening so we can decide what we're going to do or not going to do, to learn. It's a lot of times it's about knowing. And this message is not about knowing. Life isn't about knowing. Life is. That's the simplicity of this message. It's very simple and very ordinary, and it's tiny. It's not big things. It's not very complicated. It's very simple, ordinary, and it's not that it's new. It's already, it's maybe somewhere it's a remembering, somewhere it is known, somewhere there's a resonance. And there's on top of that, there are so many beliefs and concepts about life and how it is and what should be done and which behavior is important, and so much embodied what's right and wrong and what's real and what's the best and not good and that kind of stuff. There's only life. Everything is life. Stones, feelings. And it's not about me and it's not about you. Nothing is more important than anything else. That's the amazing thing of this method. Nothing is more important than anything else. It's maybe feelings, or there can be stones, or there can be a bookshop, walking. It's what is. It's what's happening. And there's also no world. That's crazy because we're so into things happening in the world and outside and in Amsterdam or in New York or whatever. And there's no Amsterdam, there's no New York. There's only this. This is this room maybe, or sitting. That's it. It's very literally and very simple. And there's a capability of abstracting things, but it's just what is. It's not important. Nothing is important. That makes things very easy. And also there's no time. Maybe some people heard of that. There's no time. There seems to be, there's no time. Maybe there's no past. But when there's no time, it's huge. It's no before and no after. So we can think about no, there were no Middle Ages or things like that. There's also no before, like yesterday. It didn't happen. There's only this. And it's an appearance. So it's when that's said and when it knocks everything down. There's no development in that sense. So it knocks everything down. There's only what is. And it's an appearance. So it's not real. So nothing is important. There's no need for development. There's no need for learning. There's no need to do it differently or to know how to do and make it better. There's no need for better. It's already complete. It's complete as it is. And that means it's not like we think it's perfect and no pain and always happiness, things like that. It's what it is. And that's more a description. It's not like saying like this is the truth or something. There's no truth. This is only a describing what's going on. That's it. And that's very simple, very normal also. And it can be anything. It can also be talking about the world or talking about what's going on in the world. And that's what's happening. There's not a special behavior in this message. That's the joy, that's the freedom. It's everything. There's nothing going on like this is better than that, or you should behave like this, or when there's everything is falling away, then there's no need for emotions anymore. Emotions can happen. It's life. It's everything. The only thing maybe you could say that doesn't happen is trying to change what's going on. But that's not done. It's what's not coming up anymore. So no escape. This is about no escape. And me is trying to escape, like, I want to feel good. So what can I do to feel good? And what is the best thing? And what did I, that was awful. So maybe I can do this. And a lot of thinking about what's right. Or maybe fear to do it wrong. There can be fear. But it's fear for no reason. We always think in reason, and it has a reason, it has consequences. This happens because of that, and maybe there's something happening after that. We don't know. We don't know. There's only not knowing, but that's already there. That was always there, not knowing. Can be trying to know, can be there. Fear can be there. Everything is it. This is not leading to anything. It's going nowhere. That's the joy. It's going nowhere. It's just this. It's already this. So nowhere to go. That what's happening is it. It doesn't mean it's nice or joy or anything. It's what it is. Me sitting or watching a stone. It's everything. So it's already complete. So nothing needs to be done. There's no need for coming to meetings. There's no need to behave in a certain way. That behaving is it. Of course. It's life. Everything is it. So we can talk about that. And maybe there are questions in the story or things, because a lot of times it's say, that's a story. And it seems like, I'm still in the story and that's wrong. Nothing is wrong. When there's a huge belief and it's so embodied that the story is real, or my story is real, or this part of that story is real, then that's what's happening. It can't be wrong. It's what's happening. So we can talk about everything. Every question can be there. So we'll see what happens. You can ask questions. You can share if you want to share, or saying nothing and just sitting, or you'll see what happens.
Hello, Rose.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Um, I'm very confused because you said that there is no cause effect and there is no time. And 2 days ago, I know that this is the story, the dream. But 2 days ago, I met somebody who is like you. Who's nobody inside. Um, uh, and I was telling him that I have always lived with a sense of mourning, like death was always with me. Yes, and very sad. And I was um, weeping and crying all the time. Since I'm very young, since I remember. And suddenly he said, not suddenly, but we made some exercise, and he said that it was because of I was born alone, but in the mag, no, in the I was together with a trilling. I was a trilling.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and my trilling was not
Mm-hmm.
born. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard that, I felt very, very happy, like I could meet my trilling again, and that I could have him with me now from now on. But but now the first day I was very enthusiastic. But then I start thinking, but this is just story, it's nothing. What should I believe to this? There is no cause effect. So I just continue crying or feeling,
Oh,
oh,
oh no.
know what is going
Yeah,
on.
I know what you say.
I don't know. But something was giving a sense to
Yeah,
my.
but that's what me is looking for. That gives some feeling of happiness, like feeling like, oh, that's what's happening. That gives kind of joy and feeling, oh, there's a reason for what I'm feeling, and that, but it's for a while, can be there, of course, and then I don't know, maybe it's for a while and we don't know how long that is, but then we're looking for another thing. And then there seems to be a reason, or there seems to be something that's happening because of that. And then we can solve that or know that. And then, yeah, then there's always happiness. No, it isn't. It's not about that. It's a story, and it seems very nice to hear that. And I don't know, but it's a story. It's a nice story to hear. And it seems like a solution for some troubles or something like that. We don't know. We don't know. So it's
It
story.
sounds like
Yeah, but
bullshit.
when somebody is saying there's no one, how can you talk about someone? There's not only here no one. There's never no. There in there in you. How can I say it? There's nowhere someone. It's not only here. That's what is like. Oh, it's never there. It was never there. That's the misunderstanding. It's already not there. We think we are someone. That's more the misunderstanding and trying to live a life in a certain way, and there's already no one. So how can somebody saying something about you and your life, then there's assumes that you are someone. That's a misunderstanding.
Yes, I know it. He makes a difference between the absolute level and the relative level. So he helps in a way at the relative level. Like if we should make peace with many things,
Ah.
and that okay, to take away the misunderstanding. Okay. And it's a way of making peace with my life. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, I know that. It's completely different as this message has. Then this is only thing. There's only one. There's no absolute and there's no relative. That's a story. It's a story. It's a story of me trying to solve problems and trying to heal the pain or something like that. There's nothing to heal. There's nothing to heal. That what's happening is it. And we think, oh, that's wrong. When there's pain or sadness or whatever feeling, then that's wrong. It should be always happy or joy or thing. No, life is everything. And it's from joy till just walking or that. And the whole story, the suffering is the story. The me is the story with there's something wrong about what you're thinking and about what's going on, or and then we're trying to solve or to heal that. That's the misunderstanding, that there's something wrong. No, that's me. That's complete endlessness confirming that there's something wrong, and I'm going to help you with that to understand or to heal or to. No, there's nothing wrong in the first place. It can be feeling like, oh, can be like that. But the story, that's the suffering, not the feeling. The feeling, there can be feelings like that. But the story with that's normally what's the suffering. That's like, oh, there's something going on, and how can I do that? And I'm feeling shit today, and what's going on? But it's like, it's feeling that all day. There's a feeling, and then there's sitting and drinking coffee maybe, or walking, or sitting, or have a feeling. It changes all the time. There's no continuity. How can you say that? And we think we are someone, and we are trying to feel that there's someone, and in this body there's some feelings, and there's a story about something that happened before, or in our past, or in youth, or with the parents, and that's because I'm feeling this, and there's a lot of thinking going on about that. And it's just this. It's very simple. Sitting like that. That's it. That's everything. Nothing more, nothing less.
No, I understand, but yes. So it was not, even if crying was during 60 years, it was not the problem. It's just wondering why I'm crying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes what me does is there's crying, and there's immediately thinking, oh, what's going on? Why am I crying? What's going on? What is the reason? Why? How can I do something about that whole story that seems like it's holding on to that? And there's a whole story going on about that, and that's taking on. That's the suffering, not the crying, but the whole story. That's the suffering. The crying is just crying. So that's can happen.
Yeah.
And everywhere can happen. Here too, of course, can happen. That's life. It's a relief, or I don't know, sadness.
And the sense
but it's for no reason. That's huge, because we are always into reason. Like it's happening because of I was maybe a twin somewhere. No, it's then it seems to be one moment. It seems like like a relief, because you know. That's why we want to know, because it's a relief to know, but it's for a moment, for a little time, and then something else starting, because there's always something going on, like it isn't right yet. There's something, I don't know what's going on. And it starts again in some other direction. So it's always trying to know. That's the way me tries to escape, you could say. It's not wrong. That's the whole survival, how that works. It's just how it works. Yeah.
The sense of relief, because I suddenly knew I was not alone because I
Mm-hmm.
was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So the sense of solitude I have always felt. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it was also because I thought about solitude.
Mm-hmm.
I had talked about, because I go outside and said no, I don't go outside because I'm alone. I should go to, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
I say no, I don't go on holiday because
Yeah,
I'm alone. I don't go
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
So it because of I think of solitude, but the
No, it's
thing.
not because, no, it's not because you think. No, that seems too complicated. There's a lot of thinking going on about that, and it's very normal to listen to everything that's, because we're very much into the meaning of thoughts, and they are real, and I listen. It's very important that, oh no, I listen to that because it has to be positive, or it has to be whatever. It can, I don't know, but there are a lot of thoughts coming, and maybe there's a belief that they are true or that something like that. Then that's what's going on. But nothing is a reason of anything. And there's also no solution or something. There's no answer. But hearing, there's only this, and there's no direction. That's something. Can be something. Because we always want to escape, to know somewhere, or to go somewhere, to know how we can feel more comfortable or not so alone anymore, or things like that. There's always something going on that feels like, nah, this is not it. The strange thing is, what I can say, that I know that feeling alone too. And then when this, no, not immediately there, but when people ask me, I think, oh, there's nothing going on about, do I feel alone or do I not feel alone? Oh, there's nothing going on about that. I don't know. There's no feeling alone. There's nothing going on about that. There's sitting and not knowing what to do, or something, sitting there. I don't know. But that's when everything is lost. That's more like, and we are so into all those stories and trying to solve it. There's no need to solve it. That's very strange, because we always think we have to do something, or what can I do, or what when I have to let go, or there's something not right. No, it's much more easy. It's already this. No need for anything. And there can be feelings. Well, so they come and go. It's not the whole day feeling some way. No, there can be a feeling, and then there's going out or sitting after watching television. I don't know. Not for a reason. That's what the mind would say, that there's a reason. Oh, you do that because you feel. That can go on. That can go on. And in the same time, they're sitting in front of the television. That's it. So what doesn't matter? There's nothing better than anything else.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel okay with the crying, but the thinking of solitude is something that is really like is always everywhere. So it's very. It's not so easy not to escape, not to try to escape or find a solution.
Yeah, but then when there's a feeling, and then there's a lot of thought and trying to be, then that's it. It's not, nothing is wrong. Then that's what's going on. It's not nothing. Why not? That's life. That's thoughting, or you can't not name it, because when I'm saying there's an escape, it's not saying to yourself, oh, now I'm escaping things. No, that's not like it. Then that's going on. That's an energy. It's not you. It's not, that's that live energy that's going on. That is in a certain way, with thought and maybe tension or things like that. That's how life is. That's in that way, and sometimes it's another way. So there cannot be something wrong about the way how you do it. Let's say like that, or the thoughts are happening, or There's no meaning. There's no meaning in thoughts. It seems like that, but it's just like that. You think it's the truth or something. No. And they don't have any power. It's also no. It's life.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. And we also, a lot of times, we're also very busy with naming what's going on, naming the feelings. When there's a feeling, then we know what the feeling is, and maybe why or having feelings are just feelings. It's an energy, some energy. Maybe there's no name. You can name it, but maybe that's already a story. It's a feeling like or or I don't know, something like that. Without any name, it's a feeling like that can happen. It's much more simple. When there's me, then there's something not right. That me is dead. So there's something not right, or there's something missing, or there's something. That's that whole construct. Me, there's something wrong, gone wrong, or I need something like that. When that whole construct is lost, then it's not. Then there's nothing going on about is this right or is it wrong or is it the belief or maybe it's concept. It's just not there. Not knowing what a feeling is can be there. It's most of the time I don't know. There can be feelings. I can't even so much say what it is or what's it like or so what. Mm. This message is not in words. And that's strange because we're always so used to listen to words, trying to understand, trying to do something with that, see it as the truth or maybe not the truth. So we have to fight it or to have a debate or something like that. There's no debate in this message because it's not saying this is right or this is wrong or this is the only way or things like that. It's just describing and not seeing that there's anything happening. It's everything. So this is not about the truth. This is not about what I'm saying. It's not important at all what I'm saying. That's amazing because we're so much into that and trying to listen good or doing things like that. It's underneath that. There's an energy. There's something going on in these kind of meetings. When there's no one, there's something going on like, oh, there's nothing going on like this. It's about right or wrong. And you can't say that. That's underneath. And that's undermining that whole system of that me, that's always busy with this is the right way, this is wrong, oh, I'm gonna. And then there's something like, oh, it's not confirmed. And then it's energetic and there's, how do you say that? There's a killer, something that's undermining that whole system, like working to try to heal or trying to do, and that's suddenly like relaxing, like and that's somewhere there's also a longing for finally relaxing, and there's nothing wrong or something like that. But in another way, there's something going on like, yeah, but I have to do, maybe there's something to it, and then it's going on again. And then in this message, there's, it's out of hand. And that's crazy. That can also be a bit threatening because it's like, I want to have a clue. I want to want to know, want to go and want to have answers. And in the same time, there are no answers. And that can be frightening because then you think, maybe everything is going wrong when I don't do anything anymore. So that's the fear, can be the fear. Also the relief.
Hello, Rose, it's Christian.
Hello, hi.
Hello. So, yes, it's a relief when you say that nothing, that we don't know, because one of my greatest fear in my life is that I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
And people around me are scientists, or many of my friends are are knowing things. They know what to do with life. Yeah. So I was comparing myself that so I must be like them to know things, how to repair, how to be organized, how to do everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it feels like I'm a bit silly or I don't know. Yeah. I know.
Yes, because and it's just relaxing to think that yes, if I listened uh, in deep in me, I know that life I can't control life.
Mm.
I can't make life going somewhere.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it can be so deeply also embodied that already there's maybe
Yes,
some feeling or some know, and then there's still that you think that wants to know still because want to be with the friends or I don't know some behavior
yes,
can be so strong, and in the same time it's like what is going on? Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's that energetic. It's so embodied. It's not only in the mind
Yes.
that we know and things
No.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Superficial.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
true.
And that goes
Yes.
on.
It's
That goes
embodied.
on. And in these meetings,
Yes.
it's not confirmed in that way, in that sense. So it's get a bit like, oh,
Mm.
it's not that. And then suddenly, and
Yes.
then next, and then ooh, it's going on the same time. I know, I get
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes. That's
And wanted knowing can be very. I was that like that. It was more in the personal growing. So but in this, it's in the same thing because in personal growing we were
yeah.
thinking like people who want to know and know. It's about feeling,
Yeah.
but it's also about to know
Yes.
because I knew what feeling I had and how to do it and how to deal with it, and
Yeah.
it's also kind of knowing. So it was very very important to do that and to be busy with that
Yes.
all day in that sense of with friends. That's the same
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm very frightened and if you don't know what's going on here or that's so frightening. It seems like oh
Yes.
a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Yes. Yes. It's like if you don't know, it's like you are nowhere. It's
Yeah.
you can't grasp anything.
Mm. Yeah.
It's
That's in the world. That it seems like the world is
you
about
are. I
knowing
feel
and
it's
doing the right thing.
you're
Yeah. Yeah.
you can grasp anything. Yeah.
No. And this is
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
different. And then it's about, there's nothing to grasp. It's the explaining is already a story. And it's
Yeah.
really a story. It's like, oh, we invent, it's fine. In the end, it's inventing what's going on, trying to say, but we don't know. But that's so frightening to say that. And then
Yes.
to be a silly person that people think like, oh, that she's a bit, she don't know,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, and it's a relief.
Yes.
It's a relief because we don't know, and that it's a lot
Yeah.
of energy put in that, and it costs a lot of energy to know and to hold on
Oh
that and to
yes.
go on in another way. And
Oh
oh,
yes. That's oh yes. A lot of energy. Yeah. Yeah.
mm. And it can also be a relief, like, and you don't know where to go, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the joy. And that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just being silly also. So what? No, I don't care. So, and then people that say that, yeah, think like, oh, yeah. Because the world seems then so serious. When there's a lot of knowing, the world seems to be more serious and important, and this is right, and we have to do that. And wow, I can't breathe. And it's something like that. So, wow. And then there's not knowing, it's more childlikeness. It's more like, oh, no, it's going there. Oh, no, that's it. So what? Yeah. It's more playful, and that's something else. So it's completely different. Yeah, it can be pain also, of course. It can be
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
It's like little children, as if little children don't are angry or pain or doing things or not sitting sick. It's the same. It's everything, but there's something else, and it's not trying to control that. It's from adults that they are trying to control, and
Yes.
there's a fear for that suddenly that we don't know, and it suddenly it's going the wrong way, or we have to control. Yeah, that's me.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very, very important and serious, and yeah.
Yes.
And then somewhere there's a feeling, what you
Sometimes,
said. Yeah. There's something else already.
sometimes yeah, yeah. Sometimes I say to a friend, someday I will be an adult. I will be able to live like you, to live like the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you can't talk with people and know things. Why not? That can be nice to learn things and read about it and know it.
yeah.
Why not? That can be, but
Mm,
for no reason. But it can be there, of
yeah.
course. It can be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yes, the difference with what you just said, it's when we attribute, we link knowing with a value that it's important.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. Yeah.
knowing with a result. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and with
yeah,
it is also with a judgment, because it's important to know, and we look
yeah,
down on people who don't. That's something like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
I did
yeah,
that with the personal growth too. We- Oh, it's amazing how I did that. That's
yeah.
about how working on yourself, and there were people who are not so conscious
Um,
as us. Yeah, it's the same story. It's always like that. Yeah. Hmm.
yes,
It's always we feeling better than other persons who don't do that. That's part of me also.
yeah, yes.
Mm.
To have power yeah,
Yeah,
to make
thinking.
ourselves more important.
Yeah, we think we have the power
Yeah.
and have the control.
Mm,
It's in the end, of course, there's no control. There was never control. It's life happening in a certain way, and when it's going the same way as you wanted it, it seems like you did it. But when
yeah.
it's not going that way, it seems like, oh, did I do the right thing? Maybe I should work harder or something. It's
Mm,
always about me, like life. I'm in control of life. Amazing, amazing that we are
yeah.
more than life. It's it's amazing. Arrogance also, in a way. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yes. Yes. Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, it's also so convincing, and it's not wrong that it's so convincing, and just really maybe really sincere, believing that. What it also, of course, it's can be very convincing and normal and believed, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mm. There's somebody asking, did you have a period of crying? Oh, no, I don't remember so much. There were periods there where I was crying a lot, maybe. I don't remember so much. Yeah. Doesn't have to be like that, but it can be like that. Yeah.
Hello. Yes.
Hi.
I was thinking, what should I do after the meeting? So the thoughts came and just asking, should I go out, or should I do some gymnastic, or and then it was very bothering, and then I stopped. Thoughts stopped. And other thoughts came and said, okay, are you going out? It's okay. Are you not going out? It's okay. Yeah, I'm going to do some gymnastics. You don't know, perhaps. And everything was very easier because I didn't know. But at the same time, it's very last week when I talked to you, everything was a miracle. And now everything is, now everything is don't care. So there is sun, I don't care, I don't enjoy. There is raining, I don't care. I don't know, shall I go out? I don't care. I don't care anything. So that, and this is also what's happening. But strange, because it's really don't care, but it's not so light. No. So
but it can happen like that. There can be falling away a lot, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's a miracle, and it's like that. And then it seems like it's what I call it's by the desert, like coming in the desert, and there's a lot of things falling away. It's not that all day, or it's not that strong, because when that's first like, oh, it's a miracle, that can be very strong, but it's not always will be like that. It's very raw. You can't go like that all day. So then there's falling something away, and then it can be like feeling flat, or there's something not so much left, like, oh, this is important, or can I do that? That whole survival system is not that strong anymore. And then I had that for a period that there was nothing so much going on, and I didn't care, and I was just reading books, or reading the book, and I thought, I don't want to finish it, or doesn't matter, or things like that, in that way. And then suddenly things came back, but not in the way that the me was lost, but like, oh, I want to do things. And so it can be anything. It can be sometimes a loss of things, and you can have that. So it's just like, maybe there's some moments like that, and then maybe something else is going, but it's not like you having that. It's because that's what we normally do. We think like, oh, I am having that all day, and what do I do about that? Or is it no, that it's making something of that. So there can be that, like, oh, shall I go outside? Oh, no, doesn't matter. But there can be sitting and then suddenly drinking coffee, or suddenly going out or not, or it's very easy to get in a new way of living, like a way of seeing yourself, like, oh, I'm now very much into this, but there's no one. There's no identity. So there's no person there who is in a certain way. There can be feelings or thoughts coming, or maybe going outside. there's no, that's also strange to say maybe, but there's also no outside. There can be going in the story like, oh, going outside, it's outside of the house. But that's, it doesn't matter so much. It doesn't matter what's happening. It's everything. So living in a box that's the same, or living in the sunshine. I don't know. That seems to be better, but it's not. There's no world. It's just what's happening. Then it can be feeling a bit flat. That can be there, and then it changes maybe or not. I don't know. But it's not. There's no identity with a story. That's what we think. Oh, now I'm in the flat period. Now there is no one. So there's also no period, and there's also no person who is flat, or that's making something of it and trying to figure out what's going on. A lot of forgetting that there's some moments you're just drinking coffee and nothing's going on, or doing things. That's also life. It's every second. It's always different. And it's always new also. It's not like, oh, this is the same as yesterday. No, it's not. It's new. It's new.
Yeah. This is the difference, the thinking that there is nobody. This makes little difference, because the miracle period was some days, and 4 years ago it was 3 months good energy, but the flat, it looks like always I cannot see the new, but the thinking that there's nobody there make a little bit the difference. Yes.
But
even
if you say it's the whole day flat, that's a story. It's not like that.
Yes. But it's like I feel.
Then you make something of it, and it's not like that. It's already not like that. It's like, it can be feeling flat, or sometimes it's up, and then it's something like, it's always different. And that's the new. New doesn't mean that you see it as new, but there's no story. There's no before. So it's not, that the whole day is flat. It's not, that's making a story of it. No. It's sitting and maybe feeling something, or talking about, or we thinking it's talking about our life and how is my life. There is no my life. It's much more tiny. There's no my life. There's what's going on, moving ahead. That's it.
Right. Thank you.
Hi, Rose. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Hi, you?
Hi. I'm well. I wanted to ask you, do you have a sense of time passing, or sometimes it goes fast, sometimes it goes
Mm,
slowly?
mm,
Do you like,
yeah,
if I'm happy, then somehow I don't feel it as much, and if I'm bored, or sometimes it goes very
yeah,
slowly.
yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the same. That's apparent time, but it's, yeah, yeah. Still living in the story of time and doing things and making appointments or being bored. No, bored is not so much, but sitting and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's already that. Yeah, of course, it's the same. Yeah, yeah.
Is there a lot of surprises? I think like kids are like, oh wow, this happened, and oh my god, this happened, or oh wow, what's this? Is there that kind of being continuously surprised?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. It's so difficult to remember what's going on. It's so quickly gone. So it's not, can be, no, I don't know. You can't say that, like, because then it seems like it's personal and it's not. So I don't remember. It's not about me. It's, there can be that or not. I don't, yeah. I'm not busy with that maybe, or there's nothing going on about that, so it's not remembered. Maybe there can be suddenly in remembering like a moment or what. So yeah. So it's not life of Rose. There's no life of Rose going on. That's strange because that's, for me it's strange too, because when you ask it, it's not realized, but when you ask about that and I'm like, oh God, no. It's, no, there's no life of Rose going on. It's completely forgotten, and there can be memories like, but somebody's talking about some days ago, and I think, oh God, oh I was, oh yeah, there's a remembering, and then it's gone again. It's, yeah, it's like that.
Is it just like an open door and life just passing through, and just gone, gone, gone every
Yeah, it's
moment?
no, oh, there's no door.
Yeah. I can't think of anything, yeah, I guess my
Yeah.
mind cannot think of anything,
Yeah,
any,
because we're always thinking in personal things, like how
yeah.
is it for you or something like that. And we can't imagine if it's not like that. So it's there, you can't imagine that. You can't. So yeah, there's no way of thinking about it. It's, you can't. There's only thinking about something going on, like how is it like that or that, or, and it's everything. It's, there's not something going, that's, you can't say that. I can't say that. That's the crazy part. That's the freedom also. Well, that's, it's crazy. Yeah. There's no one. And that's already everywhere. It's no, we thinking that makes it complicate. There's complication. Like I'm thinking I am someone and that's here and this is my life. So there's already some density in trying to hold of it and doing things and being busy with that. And how was it for you then? And there's always something going on, like making my life and thinking about it or seeing it like that. Whoa. and then suddenly everything is lost and it's like, oh, nothing really is happening then, but it's seen like, oh my God, what a lot of energy I did put in that, or you could say that, or there's put in that a lot of energy to make your life work, of how it is, or describe things, or being busy with things. And if it's not, see, what I said, there's something about control maybe, or trying to let it work, or being busy with money or relations or what things. And then when it's not, it's still going on. That's the crazy thing, because we think we do something in that, in some subtle, strong way. No, it's not. And it's, we're not important. That's also crazy. It's not about me. Life is not about us. We think we are managing life. No, it's a huge misunderstanding. No. Life doesn't care about anybody. Of course not. It is. Sometimes you people see winning a game and they thank God. It's amazing how strong that feeling is that I am important and everything is about me. That's huge. That's when there's me, it's always about us. It's always about everything is happening to me or what I think about it, about the world or things like that. It's always me. That's the most important thing there is. And then suddenly it's not. It's not even there. Oh, and it's like, oh, that's such a freedom. That's also joy. But life is that. It's not my joy, of course, but it's life. It's that. It's like in little children, you see it also like, there's not joy in that sense. It's always happy, but aliveness or things like that. And they have no control. They're not busy with it. Has when they're like 2 or 3, I don't remember so much. But then it starts like, I want this, I want that, and it's starting already. The whole me structure with the concept brain. And before that, it's not about that. It's not about me wanting or needing. It's just what's happening. Yeah. That's amazing, and that's the control thing that gets so embodied about behaving. What do I want? What do I need? I take care. It has to take care. That's my responsibility. No, there's so many things in the whole story that seem to be very important. It's a story. It's just a story. It's a dream. Wow, but it seems so convincing. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
It sounds really, when you're talking about it, it sounds really heavy.
Yeah, it can be. It doesn't need to be heavy, but there's a lot of energy put in that, and that it's going on. And it seems like sometimes it's light and it's different, of course. It's a lot of energy. Being a me it's a lot of energy. It costs a lot of energy. Yeah. Yeah. And it falls apart when it's not contained, nothing done with continuation. Like it falls apart. But we have to do it like we go on, like giving it energy. And when there are thoughts like, oh, what's going on? And we give it energy. It's given energy. It's like it's a continuation, but it's needing. In those meetings, there's no answers. So it falls a bit apart, like that. Can be like that. Maybe there's like that also. Yeah. And the control thing is we don't name it because control it seems like it's not good. But that's a control person, so it seems like, oh, I don't want to be that. But there's subtly always thinking about it's about control and trying to manage your life.
Yeah, I would say so. As soon as I get up in the morning, I'm already planning my day and how to avoid the things I don't want and make sure I get the things I do want.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
It's not wrong. Why not? But yeah. This is more saying like, it's not wrong saying what I want and get it. Why not? It's okay. Of course, that can happen too. It's not that you can't say anymore, I want this. No. Oh, I don't say I want this. No, I don't do that anymore. No, of course not. Can be very greedy.
Anyway. I know.
Sorry?
I think maybe the getting and the not getting is happening anyway. Without.
Yeah. And sometimes not, but then there's something else. That's it. We think we know what we want, what we need, it's something like that. It's also something, I don't know. But it isn't seen that what is happening is it. That it can't, there's nothing wrong with a certain feeling, with a feeling of like that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's that. It's amazing. It's that feeling of pain. It's why it should change. It doesn't need, it's not like sitting there, oh, there's pain. No, of course not. That's, you don't know how to say, because everything is happening, and there can be walking to some pills and taking pills. But there's no, it's so difficult to say. Nothing trying to change it. And there still can be taking pills also. That seems like contradiction, but it's not. Because it's happening by itself. It's not me thinking, it's so difficult to, when there's pain and there's taking pills, then there's taking pills. Because then, otherwise it seems like, when there's pain, there's no need to try to change, and you sit like this, there's pain. That's also a way of doing it. So there's no way, there's nothing trying to change it. That can be, it's amazing. You can't explain it.
Thank you for
it's an
trying,
energy.
Rose.
Yeah, it's energetic. It's an energetic feeling. There's nothing wrong, and that can be felt in some way. That's more like it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks. There's nothing wrong. That's huge. There's no need to being busy with this is right or this is wrong, because it's everything. It's everything. It's the way the looking happened, the way the behavior is. When there's taking pills, when there's pain, then there's taking pills. So it doesn't matter what's happening. That it seems like we are there and there's somebody inside and we have to deal with everything that's outside. There's no inside, there's no outside. There's only one. There's only one. You can't have an image of what is one. I can't say what is one. There's only one. There's no difference between this or that. It's seeing differently, it's feeling differently, in the sense that this is not better than that. Nothing is better than anything else. It's what's happening. So there can be happening pain, there can be happening taking pills, there can be happening sitting. It doesn't matter what it is. There can be a lot of thinking, and there can be thinking, I have to be in control. That's what's happening. It's not someone doing that. It's life happening. So it's everything. It's sitting there in a certain way. It's looking at the computer and sitting there. It's everything. And when there's closing the computer and walking outside, that's everything. The walking is it. It's the footstep. It's the stones of the street. It's everything. That's life. And it's not something special. It's not a certain feeling. It's not something you can't say how it is, because it's everything. It's hiding by being everything. And there's a misunderstanding that there's something wrong, maybe, or there's something not needed of I have to take care. That can be there. That whole dream of being someone and I have to do, then that's what's there. Then that's very convincing and When that's happening, that's it. That's not wrong. There can't be something wrong. There's no one doing it. There's no one doing it. It's just happening. That's life. Everything is life. There's nothing not life. Stones, behavior, computer, feelings. It's everything. There can be a lot of thoughts. Nothing has any meaning. That's what we add on to it. Nothing has any meaning. It just is. There's no sense, there's no content in words. It seems like this is important and serious. That can add on to it. Then that's added on to it. Nothing is serious. Nothing is important. That's the freedom. And it's everything. It's already complete as it is. It's the way the looking happened. It's the way the face is looking. It's everything. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Great.